Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, though? It's the Danny Brown Show coming to y'all here in beautiful Austin, Texas at YMH Studios. I got the booth boys with me. What up, fellas?
Yo.
Yo.
What's up, Mike?
How y'all doing, man?
Oh, we chilling.
Yeah.
We're building some new control stuff in here.
I've been fucking
Got the
running
psych
around.
up. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Like fucking crazy, man.
Oh, my God.
Like it's been work, so I'm not complaining. But I definitely will say, been burning the candle at both ends this past week. But it's all good. I'm happy to be back with y'all fellas, you know. We're just in LA, fucking in the studio, not fucking sleeping. I got Dustin Nickerson in the house, man. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
Shit, man.
Thank you.
I know, man. Dealing with these fucking airports, man. So I'm
Yeah.
happy you made it, man. I already know it's been fucking stressful. I mean, ACL weekend in Austin, it's a little crazy.
It was probably a mistake to do my big headlining weekend in Austin, going against one of the biggest music festivals in the nation. It's like, hey, you want to see Dustin Nickerson, Dad at the Mall, or Dua Lipa?
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, people, you know, you be outside at them festivals all day, man. So
Yeah.
you be wanting to get out of that and go to some shit. So I can see people wanting to hit up. And plus, you know, Austin has become like this fucking comedy renaissance here type
It's,
shit. So
it's like a mecca. It's crazy.
So I feel like that's what a lot of people want to do at nighttime. You
Yeah.
know, they watch the shows and shit. Then at the night, they're going to see comedy, you know? So
Yeah,
that's
between Mothership and all the comics moving here, and then like where I'm playing this weekend, Cap City.
Yeah,
Cap
City's
City's like an institution.
It's really nice, though.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
I remember the old one, but then you talking about the newer one by like the
newer
Domain?
one. Yeah, it's in like the domain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too far from there. So.
Well, I got a lot of like middle-aged white parent fans, and so they're like, yes,
that's perfect for them.
take me to the mall. I
Yeah.
want to be near Lululemon at all times.
And they got that Fleming's over there, man. I love that fucking that Fleming Steakhouse, man.
Yeah.
I've been trying to fucking keep my diet in order, man. Getting
Yeah?
ready. Yeah, you know, gearing up for the next album and shit. I want to be able to take my shirt off at least once.
There you go.
I'm just talking shit, though.
Just
Nobody
end
wanna
of the tour.
See my 40-year-old bird chest.
Yeah. There, you can always tell when a comic has got something coming up, even before they announce it.
Wow.
Because they start shedding some LBs.
Really?
Yeah, you're like, all right.
I guess that is
there's a taping. I mean, not guys like Rogan who were just animals and sleep in ice baths or whatever they do. Like, but there's like some comics who are like, oh, they're getting in there. They're fighting shape.
I never thought about that, but I guess that would make sense because it's nothing worse than like me. Sometimes I see pictures of myself, like, fuck, I look horrible.
Yeah.
You know?
When I started regularly making TV appearances on various things, and when it would pop up kind of quick, or just tapings or clips or stuff like that, you're like, I should probably, because it only takes senior. Like the first time I went on TV was Kevin Hart had a thing called Heart of the City. And it was like he focused comics on scenes in non-LA or New York. And I was in San Diego. I'm still in San Diego, but San Diego-based comic. And so we did a filming there. You do an interview with Kev, and then you do the taping. And I felt pretty good about my outfit that night.
What was the fit?
It was just what I always wear on stage. I wear jeans and a flannel. That's what I wear. It's like my uniform on stage.
That's your Seattle shit.
It is, yeah. And George Wallace said this at the Comedy and Magic Club one night. He says, you got to wear on stage whatever makes you feel like you.
Yeah.
Now, he was wearing a purple leather jacket at the time because that's George Wallace. But I was like, well, I wear like a flannel. That's what I wear on stage. And I felt pretty good about that outfit. And then I saw myself at 5K on Comedy Central. And I didn't know, you're like, right there? You start getting insecure about spots you had not looked at yourself before.
And it's just come with age, man. That's what I learned. Man. Like, I mean, it's can't just eat crazy.
No.
You know, I'm at that point where I'm starting to enjoy not eating. Because like I said, I was just in LA for a few days. It's kind of hard living in hotel rooms and not eat fucked up. And where I stay at, they got a nice fucking room service and shit.
Yeah.
So, but I end up I haven't. I've been, like I said, I've been on my healthy shit, but this past few days I've gorged out like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I feel horrible now.
Yeah. What's gorgeous? What do you like when you like cheat or whatever? What's your like? I'm gonna lose control on this.
I just ate. I mean, cause like I had long studio sessions, so that kind of wipes you out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I order like burgers and shit.
Yep.
Eating burgers and fucking. But what fucked me up is I was like sleep eating. So I ate like the entire mini bar.
Yeah.
Like all the Pringles.
Like you would go to sleep.
Like I'll wake up and just grab something. Like that's why that shit is not good to be having that shit. And I'm just laying. I wake up, it's fucking cashews and shit all around me. I ate the fucking cashews. I ate the fucking chocolate covered almonds.
Yep.
The cookies.
Yeah.
I ate. I
None of it
had,
tastes good.
No, I probably had to spend
terrible.
about $200 fucking with that mini bar. I used to drink up the mini bar. Now I'm eating all the snacks.
Now your rock bottom is the Chex Mix.
Yeah,
out of the little
was
can.
Horrible. I knew I was fucked up because I woke up that morning and went to the airport and I was like, I got to get some fruit.
Yeah.
I bought a fucking some pineapples and an apple. I'm like, I got to eat fruit, man.
It's like all just bad down there. It's just, it doesn't have the strength that it used to.
My cheat meals, I've been eating Jamaican food a lot.
Jamaican food.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really love it.
Yeah.
The fucking curry goat and the oxtails. And so that's my cheat meal. So.
Yeah. I don't even, like my fantasies have changed about food. Like I don't even like want, like in my 20s, I want a Blizzard. Like I want just crazy ice cream.
I can't eat that shit.
No. Now I'm just like, I want a piece of bread. Just give me a loaf of bread.
That's what pack on the pounds them goddamn.
I know,
carbs.
that's right. You know it's bad. Like the food pyramid, all lies. None of that was right. What we were given when we were kids, like you got to eat bread every day, and you're like, I can't. I would love to eat just a thing of sourdough bread. I like think about it, but it's not allowed.
I will
anymore.
say, San Diego has some great seafood spots.
San Diego is great seafood and great Mexican, and then when you combine the two, you get what I think is the perfect food item, which is the fish taco.
Yeah,
I think it's the peak of food.
Yeah, I love fish tacos.
Fish taco, yeah. And the funny thing is, it's like in San Diego, it's like every other block is like a weed shop, and in between that is a Mexican shop. So when people come to SD, they're like, "What's your favorite taco shop?" And you're like, "What area am I in?"
Yeah.
And what kind of? Do you want sit down? Do you want like authentic? Do you want like
I want authentic?
Yeah, it's like, do you like how authentic? Like this is gonna taste great, but it also might give you diarrhea. Authentic, or do you want to see grandma making it authentic?
I want what the cartel eat.
Yeah,
give me that shit chop.
You want a sense of danger to it.
Yeah. That taco truck that might get shot up.
Yeah.
You know they know where the bumps is at. Like hold
That's
up.
exactly right. Yeah.
All right, man. We'll hop into some of these Ask Danny's, man. You can always hit me up at Danny@theDannyBrownShow.com. That's Danny@theDannyBrownShow.com.
Ask Danny.
First up, we got Yo Danny. I'm a 24-year-old musician from Nashville, and I was recently offered a recording contract by a semi-big label. I was wondering what are some things I should look out for. Is there anything you wish you would have known before you signed? I feel like my dreams are about to come true or they're about to be destroyed. Any advice would be appreciated. Shouts out to Jess. Well, you actually the wrong motherfucker. Shit.
You got yours late, right?
Yeah, that was
were
my 30.
30.
I was willing to sign anything. I would have signed my contract on a fucking brown paper bag at that point. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, fuck that shit. But I would say the best thing you can do is get lawyers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not working with the label because that'd be a thing sometime. They'd be like, yo, Holly, we got lawyers for you.
That's the lamest thing
And it's
ever.
pretty
what
much
you just
like,
said too. That's like me saying my cheat meal is bread. You're like, you made it when you got a lawyer.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's true. You need one, but it is like a sad reality if you don't want to get TLC'd. Like
because these contracts are so tricky. I mean,
Right.
it could look great, but then it'd be like little fine words that we don't really understand and shit like that.
is like, so there's no label in my world. I mean, every once in a while you'll sign a deal with like a streamer or something like that. Like, so comedy doesn't really have the equivalent of that, but in music, that's always been the thing, was getting a deal and get with a label, right? But is that still it? Is that still like, if you're young, up and coming, what is the goal? Like, do you want to get a TikTok song? Do you want to start moving what do you?
I mean, I think a lot of these kids, they're doing it so much on their own that, bringing in labels and stuff, it's like they kind of look down on it. But I mean, you need people that are good at what they do. Like, it's nothing better than having a staff that's great at the marketing, that's great at the promotion side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all that kind of shit. When you're doing all that shit yourself, the music is going to kind of suffer a little bit because you worrying too much
Right.
about the business part. You want to be able to be with a team that just gives you that freedom of just concentrating on the music and you don't got to
Right,
worry
right,
about
right.
nothing else. So I don't shit on the label situation because I know how beneficial it has been for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just lucky enough to be with a great team, you know?
Yeah, but you know that
Mm-hmm.
because you did it yourself for a long time.
Yeah.
Like this 24-year-old kid, they like when you got signed at 30, how long have you been doing it?
My whole life, shit.
They knew they couldn't really take advantage of you
Yeah.
because you were a little too wise. 20, the younger you get stuff, sometimes the more dangerous it is because that happens in comedy too. So like I didn't even show up till an open mic till I was 27.
Oh, shit.
I started when I was 27. And like I'm 12, 13 years into my career, which is still pretty new for comedy. Like it's not new, but it's established, but it's not like some crazy long veteran, you know. You had Fitzsimmons in here a couple of weeks ago. That's a legacy. That guy's been here forever.
The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, who's draining threes from beyond the arc, who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds. I'm so excited that the NBA is back. I can't wait to be able to sit down every night and watch a game and be able to make some money while I'm doing it. There's nothing more fun than be able to make some money while watching your favorite players and favorite teams. We all here at the office, we love using DraftKings. So get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of the NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DannyB. That's code DannyB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. October's the season for wearing masks and costumes, but some of us feel like we wear a mask and hide more often than we want to. At work, in social settings, around our family, therapy can help you learn to accept all parts of yourself so you can take off the mask. Because masks should be for Halloween fun, not for our emotions. Therapy has done wonders for me, and it can definitely help you out, man. We always need somebody to talk to. We got the holidays coming up. We know the weather's about to change, so we all know how that goes. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Danny Brown today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Danny Brown.
Like, but I didn't get reps. Like I was pretty established. I'd been on multiple TV stuff, had a decent amount of followers, was selling a few tickets. I didn't get reps until like a year ago. But sometimes getting it later is better because you kind of know how to work them and you know what you want from them. Even what you're saying, which is like you need some people to handle some of that stuff.
Yeah,
but you don't
'cause
need them to handle everything.
It's stressful. Like
It
that,
is, yeah.
that part will make you hate the music business.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
It'll make you be like, why am I even doing this shit? You know? I was actually lucky. I had a booking agent before I had a record deal.
Okay.
So that was the luckiest thing I think I've experienced.
Yeah.
Because that makes, you need that booking agent.
Right.
You know? Like that's more important than the actual label.
Right.
To be honest. Because you make more money. I mean, you're making most of your money in shows.
Right.
Than it is from record sales, especially with streaming now.
Yeah.
But like I came up during the label days. Like,
Right.
It really like, I mean, I got traction during like the blog era.
Yeah.
So, but for these kids right now, they can put out one song and go crazy on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's no artist development anymore.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of them fizzle out real quick.
Yeah, I saw I'm not going to name names because I'm not here to trash people's art, but like I saw a TikTok ban because I had a friend, I was in New York doing shows and I had a friend who was like, hey man, just, I'm doing sound. He's a roadie. I'm doing sound for this band. Do you want to come through? It's a show in Brooklyn. I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. I'm curious, Sold like 3,000 tickets on a Wednesday night in Brooklyn.
Damn.
They suck. They're one of the worst live bands I've ever seen.
Like suck, like mean like the sound, or you just could tell
Their one TikTok song sounded exactly like it did, like it's, and they did, but they didn't know how to perform live.
Yeah.
They didn't have any like stage dynamics. They didn't know how to like work a room.
And that's a thing.
That's a huge
That's a
thing.
thing.
And that happens in my world too, where you have people who like, they'll blow up off a clip or two. You know, something will go crazy viral. And then they'll be like, hey, go do an hour. An hour.
Shit, yeah.
And then you're like, deal with a heckler. Or deal with the check drop. I don't even know if you know what that is. Like in our world, like when you're the headliner at a club, around the 30, 40-minute mark, everyone starts paying their bills.
Oh, yeah, so you start hearing just...
Everyone stops paying attention. Burr said this, like, you got to compete with math.
Yeah. That is crazy. But yeah.
They didn't have the live show. They just didn't know how to perform. But you had it when you had
Yeah,
been.
because I've been doing
That's all you
shows.
knew.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing shows way before. It's like, so yeah, so throwing me in front of like playing my first big festival in front of like 20,000 people or something like that. It was like, I was already seasoned by the time I was able I was, excited to do shit like that,
I know this question isn't for me, but what I would tell this person not knowing anything about the music industry is what I've realized is even when you start getting people, you still kind of have to do everything yourself. Like you have to make sure they're doing their jobs.
You just want people that really trust in your vision.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times people will get to these labels and they'll have different visions for what you want to be as an artist.
Yep.
And then they put that shit on you. And then if it don't work out, you blaming everybody but yourself.
100%. Yep.
Rather if you taking a risk and doing whatever you want to do with your music and how you want to move with your career and shit. If it fails, then that was your fault.
It was your fault.
So I meet in the middle on that. Like I would definitely take constructive criticism from all the people that work with me, but then I still know sometimes trust my gut and do what I want to do.
100%.
All right, next up we got Boner Killed It. What's up, Danny? The other day I was at my girl's place. That I've been really into. We was watching a movie and she decided to lay her head on my lap. Needless to say, my Johnson started twitching and moving a bit since it sometimes have a mind of its own. I was sweating like a black man in church, hoping she didn't notice. I'm certain she had to see it, but she didn't say anything about it. Neither of us acknowledged the situation. I wasn't trying to get freaky or anything, but now I'm worried that my dong ruined things for me. She did keep her head there, so it must have not have scared her too much. What do you think? Xander. Yeah, I don't know. I never went for the Twitch and Johnson move on the head. I mean, that's some type of foreplay, I guess, I mean, shit, she ain't did it. I would have whipped that motherfucker out. I mean, we did. We just talked about that last week, so I'm not confirming. I'm not with the sexual assault, but I just can't whip out the meat. You can't just whip out the meat. I was just saying that last week, but man.
Really a life motto of mine.
If she ain't move her head though, she probably was because sometimes girls will be like that. She probably was like, "You scary now." Like she looking at you like, "What's up?" Like you want some scary shit. I felt that. I felt that motherfucker grow. But I'm glad I'm old, man. I don't got to go through that no more.
No,
There's nothing more awkward than like, damn, how do I fuck?
I've been married like 20 years. It's all very scheduled for us.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll get home from the road and I'll be like, what nights are good for you? Mm-hmm. And you're just thinking through like, okay, we got the thing at that. It's all very, it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it is.
Like I wouldn't have liked that as a young man, but at my old age, it's like, no, I'll send you a Google Calendar invite. Yeah. You hit accept.
At my age, I got to prep for the dong. I can't have no spontaneous action. He ain't going to work right. I got to know this is going down. I got to do some push-ups and shit. Got to stretch.
Same reason I don't want a surprise party.
I ain't trying to be sore.
No.
Nothing worse than sexual injuries, man. You feel stupid after the fact,
You're like, I hurt my back, actually. I blew out my back.
That shit's weak. I'm at that point now. Like, I only got side action.
Yeah.
So I got a side action for you.
Having to stretch before sex is so funny. Just in the corner, just doing some calisthenics. Like, let me get
nothing
loose,
worse
honey.
than you didn't stretch. You wake up in the morning like, damn.
Yeah.
I feel horrible. My back is fucked up. Women don't know, man. That's some shit.
Yeah.
You tell a bitch get in a plank in motion and hump for 20 minutes and see if they can last.
Yeah.
Wake
up in the morning, just go straight to the Advil.
Like, let me see you
the
hump.
Massage gun.
Let's see how long you can pump, bitch.
Yeah.
And then you will give me more credit. All right. Starting early. Dear Danny, I'm 22 years old and I just found out that I got my girlfriend, 25, pregnant. I'm very scared, but I believe I will be a good father. What would you do as a young guy that has a baby on the way to make his lady feel good about the little accident and what we should expect? Mateo. I wouldn't say it's an accident. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
You got to look at it like that. I wouldn't, it's not as bad as having a kid at 16. You know, teenage pregnancy. That was running rampant during my time.
Yeah. That's how you get a reality show.
Yeah, I
back in
don't
the day.
think that's I don't know what the kids are doing, but I don't think I see much teenage pregnancy action going on.
We had a couple pregnant girls in my high school.
I was one of those guys. Walking my pregnant girlfriend to class every day. The teachers be like, they just look at us like, y'all are failures.
Yeah.
We just know this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I think it's I think anything to look at a blessing, but I will tell you, your life is over.
Yeah.
You have no more life. Or your whole shit is about the kid now, you know?
Being pregnant in high school is wild. To be like, you got like cramps and finals.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I gotta study. I can't. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, to have to balance a high school life and a pregnancy, you have both types of trimesters you're going through.
I guess now, you know, you got they got Plan Bs and so much. I guess these kids are more, I mean, they got the internet. Motherfuckers is in a goon cave.
Yeah.
We was out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We was horn dogs, man. We was horny kids. These kids, we had to fucking buy bootleg porn and shit. You had to watch porn, you really had to be a nasty motherfucker as a teenager.
Yeah, you had to really earn it. You had to, if you found a stash.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like hitting the lottery.
They sold it at my liquor store. At my corner
Even
liquor
if you were
store.
a teen, they sell it if you're under.
Fuck them Arabs. They like, what you want? Cigarettes, beer, and porn. But
we actually have a special.
But
on those three things.
like liquor stores in the hood. That's where motherfuckers sell drugs at. So it's always a store full of motherfuckers hanging out, playing video games, and doing some shit like that. So if you to walk up in that motherfucker confident, like, let me get that big booty black bitch's 5.
Yeah.
You know, you was a weird motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, they like, oh. So I used to just...
They're like, we only have 4 and 6. I'm sorry.
I used to just try to sneak out in the mornings when ain't nobody really up.
Right.
Be like, hold up, give me that big booty bitch's 5.
We would, like, you remember when there would be, like, you'd find a stash and you'd, like, bury it in the woods? We
used to hide them in the ceiling.
In the ceiling,
you know, the drop-down ceilings and shit. You fuck around, hit that ceiling, 20 tapes fall out. Like, what the fuck? Y'all in this motherfucker.
Like
y'all in this motherfucker nasty, man.
I will say, and you've heard that you know this too, because we had our kids real young. It's like tough now, but if you can have your kids young, it is a huge blessing because it's like I'm not even 40 yet, and I got a senior in high school.
Yeah, my daughter's 23.
Yeah, I look at the other people at my son's track meets, and I was like, I'm significantly younger than you. You know, like my kid's winning, and I'm younger than you. This is a good. He's very fast.
I mean, this new generation of parenting, it's very easier. They got iPads and shit. Just buy an iPad.
Oh, just like
throw in front of that motherfucker.
That and when they get older, like because we got teens, like communicating with them is they can't lie about where they're at. I can see where you're at.
And all that
it's so easy to track them. You're in constant communication with them. That has made it like way less scary.
Yeah,
you know
that is true. Yeah, because we used to just be out here just wilding. Like, my mom used to literally like, all right, just come back when the street lights on.
Oh yeah, I was raised by a single dad. Like I didn't see him when I was in high school. I have no memories of and he was a good dad, but he would get up early in the morning, go work at the airport, worked a double shift, and then he would like be pretty much asleep by the time I got home.
Oh shit!
I was driving
like
to
high school, like you was pretty much on your own type.
Yeah,
shit.
when I was like after my sophomore year, I went and did a program. It was where you could do community college at the same time.
Oh shit!
So I was like 16 with a job, and I was in college. Like I graduated from high school with 2 years of college done.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing.
It was unbelievable. It was 2 years so I was like 2 years ahead of everybody. But it was in part because my girl, who's my wife now, she's older than me, and so she went off to college, and I was like, I can't just be some high schooler, or I gotta have like a job and be in college. So that was a little bit of the motivation. But also, I was kind of over high school pretty quick.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Writer's Cringe. I'm sure you heard me talk about Mando whole body deodorant at this point. You can use it on your whole body. Yes, your whole body. It's dermatologist tested and gentle on all your bits. It controls odor for 72 hours. Clinically proven. You can choose from our 4 cologne quality scents or unscented if you want to get stealthy. We all know how it goes out here, man. You got to keep your hygiene in order. Nobody wants you coming out the house smelling like garbage, man. So get with Mando. Mando was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Mando starter pack is perfect for new customer. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off our starter pack. Use code DannyB at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Hey, Danny in the booth, boys. I'm often embarrassed by the stuff I write after a few months have passed. I'm really into them while I'm making them, but later I just feel like they're cringe and embarrassing. How do I get over that, or will I ever? I'm also wondering, is there a song or a piece of content you created or been a part of that you regret doing or don't really like? Love the show and all your advice. Shouts out to Jake. I think if you liked it in the moment, that's something that's good. I think sometimes we start to overthink the shit. That's where I've been at with making music. Just not try to think so hard and try to talk myself out of it. Especially when you're taking chances with doing shit or doing something you never done before. It's just like trusting your gut and type of instinct. But I think for the most part, man, I think everybody kind of embarrassed about art they create.
Everybody.
In some sense, because it's you putting yourself out there for criticism.
Yeah.
So
well, you're just not very good at it. It's like judging a 7-year-old playing basketball. Like, you just don't know how to dribble yet, And I forgot who said it, but somebody says, like, eventually your skill catches up to your taste. Like, what's really good, but you don't know how to do it yet. And then
that's actually dope. I never thought like that. But that's true.
You get there eventually, and but so I don't know any person in the creative space that doesn't look back on their early work like, whew. And in comedy, like it's cultural. Like a friend of mine said that comedy ages like milk, not like wine. When you go back and you watch that, like Eddie Murphy Raw, you're like, whew. Wouldn't say that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is an element of that, but some of that you just got to understand that was the times. But the actual your stuff that you create, you just takes time to get good at it, man. But it sucks that you got to do it publicly. Like you got to fail, real hard for a long time.
Music is the same kind of way. Like you can hear certain shit and be like, oh, I remember this time. Like, you hear the sound of it, and it sounds like a period. You know? And you want to make timely shit that could just sit but that's like the greats.
Yeah.
That's when you're fucking legendary and you make shit that don't age,
Yeah, and I think about a lot like how many great artists make so much bad stuff. Like there's so many great, like, I don't know, who's the greatest rock band of all time? I don't know, the Rolling Stones? Just name a band. Haven't had a hit in a long time.
Yeah.
Have not really made
legacy artists.
Yeah, exactly. Have not really had a song that somebody cares about but they've released music since then. So it's hard to stay, like, I don't know. It takes a while to get good at it, and then it's hard to stay in it as well.
Have you ever had a bit and you were like, man, I don't really know if this shit works, type shit, but then you just decide to try that anyway and it works?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's pretty much the question that he's asked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
But you were second guessing yourself and doubting that shit. Because I've done that before where I've probably made a song or something and I'm like, it's making you uncomfortable because it's something you ain't did before.
Yep.
And you don't know how your fan base is going to react to you doing something different.
Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah. And you just got to, the first thing you said was the most important. Do you believe in the idea?
Yeah.
Do you think it's something that you want to say and communicate? I have a bit about my kid's high school having a gay bully. And I tell you, I've been working on that bit. This is not an exaggeration. I've been fine-tuning that bit for 6 years.
Oh, shit.
Because it's a delicate thing. Like the way, and I'm not going to do the bit here, but like you set it up because everyone gets tense immediately. That's the setup. My kid's high school has a gay bully. Whoa. Like, but it bombed for so long, and you just can find it, and then like figure out how my crowd's gonna react, and the crowd in general is gonna react, and what I have to say about it. So it does take time. Rock said that about Black People versus the N-word, which is
that's amazing.
I think it's the best comedy bit of all time.
That was a cultural. Like,
I think it's the single best comedy bit ever written, and in my opinion. And I heard him say it bombed for a year.
Damn.
And he's like, but I know.
But trusting his gut that he knew it was good. And he's like, I'm gonna still fucking work.
But you
That's
can
crazy.
see how crowds would be like, you know, like that's when it's a real tense idea like that.
But that shit is true though. That's why I
Yeah.
worked. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew that shit was true. That's why I worked. You know what I'm saying?
I love rock.
So would you say you're a music guy?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in Seattle in the 90s.
Oh shit.
So it was, I've been in it, you know, like I've been surrounded by music my whole life. I'm not any good at it.
Yeah,
You know, once upon a time.
I don't think I was really good at it either.
Yeah.
I just did my 10,000 hours.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if I'd have stuck with my jazz bass, maybe once in a, you know, maybe.
I mean, but I did. I'm not going to say that it wasn't. I think that's with anything. It's something there.
Yeah.
You have to take the fucking initiative to fucking hone in on the craft and
Yeah.
fucking do the work to get it to where it needs to be.
Yeah, I bet you had, listening to your stuff, I bet you had some natural
No,
ability
yeah, I could
pretty
rap. That's what I'm saying. I first started rapping in like kindergarten. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
and that was me in comedy. When I started, I was like, I wasn't terrible, but there was something there.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm saying.
found
It's something there,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
got to actually still put the work in. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people say like hard work beats talent every time.
Oh, I'm banking on it. Because I am not talented enough not to work so hard. It's my only hope.
So, what artist or song that you listen to that might shock people?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of predictable as far as my music tastes go.
Really?
Like, I like a lot of music that white people like folk music and
Really?
Americana and Drake and no, I'm sorry. I don't. No, I don't. I grew up in like I said, I definitely got in like the grunge era and then the punk era after that, you know. But like, I don't know. The music that I listen to the most now is like there'll be like singer songwriter stuff that I really like. You know, that I'm just like maybe just like. Oh, here's maybe a surprise to people, like especially growing up in Seattle. I'm a big old country western guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because I was raised by a single dad, and and he was very redneck. My house was me, my dad, and my Uncle Butch, my sister too. And my Uncle Butch and my dad were just like rednecks from rural Oregon. So like my house growing up was just like all like Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, like Willie Nelson, like that was, which is why I don't love a lot of new country music, though it is getting better. There are some artists like Sturgill and stuff that I really like, but that's probably the one that people might be a little surprised. But other than that, I don't know. I'm fairly predictable.
Yeah, I was always a country hater. Too.
Yeah.
But since moving here, you know, you can't kind of
Right,
escape it. But
right.
then I think environments where music come from, if you can go to those places and it kind of makes you understand the music a little better.
I think so too. You realize like how, like when you go to like a Nashville is like kind of the face of modern country. And I don't like the way it sounds, but I get it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't love a Jason Aldean song. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't resonate with me in any way, but I get why people like it, you know? As far as like hip hop goes, like I like a lot of hip hop, but it doesn't like resonate with me. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, like I'll listen to, like there'll be an artist that I'll get into for a while, like an MF Doom. And I'll be like,
everybody got to have a Doom fan.
Yeah, exactly. And but I don't like.
Doom is like stand-up comedy, though.
Yeah, 100%. Doom is funny. Doom is funny.
If you really listen to him and pay attention, like the way he sets up, it's all like bits, man.
Yeah, exactly. And
there's no choruses. He's just literally running on.
And he's unique. He's different. He was like, all right, no lyrics on this album. You're like, oh, okay. So there'll be, but even artists that I really like that, it doesn't like stick with me, or I don't like think of it, or I don't like jump to it necessarily. Yeah. But like, you know, if you listen to, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like there's an artist named Brandi Carlile who was like out of Seattle originally. It's like Americana folksy type stuff. seen her live 5 times, know every song, know every record, and then even still in the car, I'll be like, we'll put it on again. You know, like the familiarity hasn't gotten old to me.
So that's what you like about music. You like the actual songwriting.
Yeah, I like to
You're
like
a lyric guy over
I'm
production.
a huge lyric guy.
Yeah.
I like to really like, what are they feeling right now when they were, and that's what I like with music, because music can kind of take me a place I can't get on my own.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like, when somebody articulates something about the way you feel, but you could never find the words for it, you go, that's real value. Like as a human, you know, like that's way cheaper than therapy.
So is there like a artist or song that got you through like a tough period in your life?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of them, really. I mean, you know, I like one of those things that those like country guys were good about, and some of the classic rock guys were they would write road songs, and not just like On the Road Again, like where, you know, like, though On the Road Again is a great example, like but or like what's Johnny's song, like I've Been Everywhere, like that's kind of a road song, but like Bob Seger has a song called Turn the Page. Metallica did a cover of it later. That's just a song about being on the road.
Yeah, because that's crazy, dog. That's
and when you really...
It's a thing, man. The road is lonely, it's tough.
Oh, man.
You're missing your family, your girl.
Yeah.
You're uncomfortable all the time.
And he does a lyric, he goes, you know, there I go again, and then he's just playing the star again. I love that lyric, just playing the star.
That's crazy,
man.
Like
you're like, ooh. And he's talking about being at the diner each day, brushing the snow off of them, you know. Like, stuff like that really resonates with me. Like,
because that is deep in the sense of that, like, other songwriters and people that's in the entertainment industry will totally understand that shit.
Yeah.
But then you also giving, like, the listener, like, you know, normal folk, you're giving them, like, a peep show. Like, what's
100%,
going on, like, to help understand, like, what we go through and shit. So
and they could
great.
still like it, because I mean, that was a big hit, and I'm like, man, you guys like this kind of commercially, but the artists who are listening to this, who know what it's like to show up in that diner and take your coat off and get the snow off, and everyone's looking at you because you look different than everybody else that's in that city, they can really resonate with it a different way. So that song, that stuff like that, I really rock with.
I gotta check that out, because that like really resonates with me.
Yeah.
Man.
It also starts with a big, loud 80s saxophone.
I don't know about the sax solo.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It didn't age well.
Fucking sax solo, man.
Just big, loud sax solo, and then the song gets, you know, a little more melancholy.
Is there an artist or a song that an ex ruined for you?
Maybe not an ex, because I'm married to my high school sweetheart, but
that's great, man.
Yeah, I definitely have some friends who I don't, or some people I know that start liking bands that I like, that I don't like them anymore because they like them.
No,
you ever do that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. You ever have some?
No, I've had like where I would say in the sense of like somebody that you don't like their musical taste or their style or shit like that. And then they get into something you like, and you're like, damn, I don't like that shit no more, because this motherfucker like it. You know?
100%, yeah. You're like, oh.
Especially with clothes. I'm like that with clothes.
Yeah.
If I see somebody that I think that it's not really like stylish, that I don't respect they drip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they wear a brand that I fuck with. I'm like, I gotta cancel that shit. I can't wear that shit no more.
Yeah. No, I so like early kind of mid 2000s, like when Death Cab for Cutie was coming out of Seattle, which is a big band. Death Cab is a big hits. I mean, that guy was dating Zoe for a while, and I was like, knew him coming out of the scene. I was like, yeah, this is my band. These guys are gonna be big. And then they got big, and other people that I don't like, and I didn't like I didn't like where they lived. I didn't like the way they dressed. They started like them, and I was like, I hate this band. They sold out. I'm selling their records.
So do you go back to Seattle often?
Yeah, I got like I'll go up for touring, you know, a couple times a year, because it's a good market for me. So I can do like Seattle, Tacoma, Everett, Spokane. Like I can hit a few markets up there. And then I'll zip up there for like, I went to the University of Washington, so like for like a Husky game and stuff like that. So it's cool. I really
love it up there.
It's gorgeous.
I love Seattle. I love Portland.
Portland
is getting crazy though.
Portland's wild. Portland is wild. I won't defend Portland.
Yeah, it's getting crazy up there.
You did a thing with KEXP up there.
Yeah, with Casa overall.
Yeah.
Casa's my boy. Shouts out to Casa,
Yeah.
man.
And KEXP's legendary.
Yeah,
in the Seattle
that's why I
scene.
wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I got up on some of my favorite bands from watching it.
And they were always good about that because there would be bands that you like. I remember like Modest Mouse kind of coming up, but they would always highlight logos like Blue Scholars came out of there, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, they're good at bands, but they're still big and like that's like that, like Sub Pop. That's always like indie has always been really important to that scene. But you said something in an interview, I related to it so hard. Like you said, you know, like 43. I just want to get the show over and go back and, if you said like watch 90 Day Fiance or something.
Yeah.
You ever do that sometimes mid-show?
Hell yeah. All that shit.
It was like, oh, this is the best night of my life. I'm laughing. Dustin's so funny. And I'm up there. I was like, whew.
Can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
45 minutes. I'm having
fun.
fun. And I'm glad that you're having fun. But man, there's something waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rings of Power season 2 just came out. I'm going to get in there and knock out the mini bar.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I used to party and have my fun and shit and all that shit. Them days are over with now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is my fun, being on stage and performing and shit now. So, it's like I'm wiped after that shit, you know? Before I had PEDs. Yeah. The show was just getting started once it ended. Yeah.
The show existed for the party back then.
Yeah, I couldn't wait. I'd be on stage like, ooh, I already know what I'm about to get into. But now... that's my favorite part of the day, you know? Yeah. I'm actually about to go back on the road again soon. I'm pretty excited to get back out, you know? Just, I don't know, man. I'm at that point, man, where I don't really do too much anymore. Yeah. I don't go out that much. I'm mostly at the crib working on stuff or, you know, playing video games and shit. Mm-hmm. So this is like my only time that I get out. And so I try to make the best of it now and have fun, you know?
How long are you going out for?
Just a few weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and after that, I'm pretty much... locked in, finishing up this next album. I was just like I said, I was just in LA doing a lot of work on it, man. So I'm at that. It's almost like I'm getting sad that I'm almost done. Yeah. Because then it's like, what else am I going to do now? Like yesterday, I laid around and watched fucking Netflix all fucking day. I haven't done nothing like that in like a year. Yeah. And I was like, this kind of sucks, man. I want to fucking work on something, you know?
That's being like a real adult is like a thing you want so bad, like a day off like that, or like, and he's like, I didn't really like it.
Yeah. Or yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. When you on the road, that's all you want to do is go home and lay on the couch. Yeah. But you know, then when you laying on the couch, you're like, fuck, man, I kind of miss, because I do, if you go out on the road for like some months and shit, like a long time, and then soon as you get back home, you be like, I'm fucking bored.
Yes.
Like it's
I
got PTSD from
love
the road.
My family, love the kids. I love that. I would love to make a few hundred people laugh. I would love that because the teens hate me, and these people stand in line to take a picture with me. So it is a nice, it's a different morale for me.
I was watching that new basketball show.
Starting 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's like 10 hours. I knocked it all out yesterday. I love basketball, so, but I think I started watching it at like 4. Yeah. I watched every episode. Yeah. So I knocked it out. It was cool. It's actually good. I wish for this to continue.
Who comes across like the coolest in it? Like Ant?
Yeah, of course. Ant did.
I saw some clips of Ant and it looked...
Ant was the most likable out of the whole thing.
He's very likable.
But you know, I also knew that they had to pick like wholesome kind of guys.
Yeah.
That was down with having the camera on the road. Because I know some motherfuckers got bitches and shit.
Yeah.
Cheating on their wives and shit. They're like, I ain't doing that shit. I be getting freaky on the road.
Yeah. Basketball player was the first guy I ever heard use the term the roadkill.
Yeah, roadkill. Yeah, so you know that's their thing. Basketball players, that's all they doing is roadkill. So they like fuck that. Yeah. Even though Anthony Edwards, he in the show he had his daughter. He had a baby on the show. Now I just seen today he got another bitch pregnant. Yeah. His side bitch or some shit like.
So it's LeBron, Tatum, and is that Butler fourth?
Yeah, Butler.
And then who's at the end?
Sabonis. Yeah.
That's a random pick, right?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's the type of people like.
Yeah. Because you could have done Curry.
I don't know. Steph was like. Steph on his own shit. I could probably see that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would have loved if they had a Draymond. Get
Yeah.
Draymond, but like I
Draymond wanna
said,
punch
some
one of 'em.
motherfuckers is getting too wild on the road, and they too
Yeah.
both like. And he's starting to propel himself into being a superstar. So I can
Yeah.
see how this works for his career.
That
and
is
shit.
interesting because a lot of these guys will just want to own their own stuff.
Yeah,
and
and
Draymond
then
has his pod. but,
Tatum
like,
is just a super nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, it was good though. It's really good. I would
Yeah.
tell anybody this, if you're a basketball fan.
I'm
definitely check it out.
an NBA bastard because we lost the team.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But they always, I feel like every few years they always talking about the Sonics coming
been a
back.
long time.
Yeah, so
It's
you
nice.
don't see any.
Yeah, it feels great. I love it. I love the empty promise. The little. I mean, I'll watch the games, but mostly I just get sad.
Yeah, because they saying Vegas probably going to get one, and the other one's probably going to be Seattle.
One can hope.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was such a great market.
It was good. It was good when they left.
Yeah.
It's just a total billionaires wanting something else thing. I don't know how well you know that story.
Yeah.
And I can save it for another
No,
time.
I watched
probably,
the
but
documentary.
Yeah,
I watched the documentary
It's a
about it.
heartbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
And now fucking Sean Kemp and Gary Payton just sell weed.
yeah, in Seattle. Yeah,
I know. I seen the big ass Sean Kemp
Yeah.
store or something. I'm like,
I
this
love
nigga
it.
selling weed now?
Yeah, I love it, man. They're Seattle icons, and they like when OKC, they're like, we want to hang your numbers in the rafters, and they're like, we didn't play for you. No, they said
yeah.
no, so they have like Seattle cred forever. Those two.
I mean, I'm glad
all
that they changed the whole shit up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, most kids probably won't even know that that's.
I mean, the '90s was kind of Seattle's basic. It was our like mecca, right? Because we had grunge was huge, and then you had, I mean, even hip hop was huge. Sir Mix-a-Lot
Yeah.
was
Put 'em
based
on
out
the
of-
glass.
Yeah, exactly. Was out of Seattle. Rolling down Broadway, Posse's on
Posse on
Broadway.
Broadway,
Posse
yeah.
on Broadway is a huge hit. Like. It was kind of our, but Sean Kemp and Gary Payton were like the biggest in it. Oh, Griffey, so it was like, it
Griffey,
was
yeah.
crazy. But so that it's just like gone it is good that they changed because you're like, dude, just act like they're not even from here, just like they did with the Oilers and stuff. And but I think if they come back, they'll brand them back to the Sonics. But
So I guess it's just Seahawks or nothing, huh? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, listen, like it's still a great sports town. I mean, like they sell well for the Sounders, the Storm
the
get
Sounders,
good now.
I
The
forgot, yeah.
Mariners are the worst organization in baseball, but other than that, it's still a good sports team. The Kraken are there now. They got an NHL team.
That's a crazy. What is that name?
It's like a underwater sea creature, like a myth, like a big
Kraken.
octopus thing. Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't understand that shit. I was just like,
Yeah,
Kraken.
it's a very Seattle name. I like it.
It just seemed, druggy. I'm like,
No, the fans are called crackheads.
that's what I'm saying. It
Yeah,
seemed
yeah,
some
yeah.
drug. Like I'm like, what is they go? What is
Which
this
if you walk
marketing?
the streets of Seattle, you
Yes,
see
that's
all
what I'm
the
saying.
types of crackheads.
That's what made
You
me
see
look at it like that. Like, and then it looks like kratom a little bit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kraken is crazy though, man. All right, man. We get ready to get up out of here, man. Thank you so much for coming through, man. I know
for
how
having
tough
me,
it
man.
was fucking flying and getting
Appreciate
into this
you having
motherfucker,
me.
especially during this fucking time, man. So
Yeah, no problem.
let's spin the wheel one time and we'll get up out this motherfucker. Victoria's Secret. Yeah, that was like porno magazines as a kid, man.
Yeah.
Nigga definitely was looking at them. I knew I was a pervert, man. Ever since I was a kid, I would look at the JCPenney and just be looking at the women's bra
Yeah.
sections. Just looking at that kind of shit, man. That's how you know we became so far to now a woman could just walk the streets without a bra with the nipples just on high beam. And you're not supposed to be like
High beam.
and you're not supposed to be like this weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's gotta be cool.
Yeah, just don't look at the titties. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
crazy. If you walking around with your nipples hanging out, I'm looking at them.
Is that where
shits.
you draw the line?
What do you mean?
No,
That ain't where I draw the line.
no. I'm saying you're like you're not allowed to look, but if nipples are out,
That's
now-
crazy, yo. No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy though.
Yeah, yeah.
The high
It's-
beams, it's crazy, man.
I mean, you go on Instagram and to your point, like you scroll Instagram, you're like, this is what porn was when we were kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. So
but yeah, Victoria's Secret. I love a woman that want to get some nice little lingerie.
Yeah.
Dress up for you. So I'm down with that, man. Victoria's Secret. I wish Victoria's Secret. Do they make men products? Make me some drawers with just no dick pouch. Oh, they make cologne and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't wearing
is-
no fucking Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret fucking cologne.
It is kind of like
Oh yeah, they got a very sexy for him.
this is sexist that they don't have it.
Yeah.
They're like all we care about men is that they don't smell so bad.
Yeah, But yeah, Victoria's Secret is great, man. I love
Not 20 years into a marriage, man.
I love going to Victoria's Secret and just sitting there and watch my girl buy shit. It's the coolest time to shop. Yeah, they got underwear, huh?
I don't think these are from.
No.
This is hilarious.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't scroll too much further.
Warning, choking hazard. I like those.
Yeah.
I'll rock the
For you?
Yeah, I'll rock the choking hazards. the jock straps is too crazy, man.
Only if you stay on that diet, man.
I know the jock straps are too crazy, man. Having the booty out, that's freaky. That's freaky activities. That's Diddy party wear. That's how Diddy had you pulling up, like bring your jock straps.
Yeah, Diddy's line of Victoria's Secret. There you go.
All right, man. We out here, man. You got some shit you want to plug?
Sure. I got a special on YouTube called Runs in the Family. Got a podcast called Don't Make Me Come Back There. Funny podcast about family.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's really what the NBA shit was the most.
Yeah.
The most message that I took from that whole watching 10 hours of that is family is important.
Yeah.
Automatically you can tell. So,
that is
all
a
right.
PR rebrand.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
That's exactly what that shit was. Everybody was like family. I really feel like it was fucking, they made you feel sorry for Bronny now.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, Bronny doesn't suck. Okay, he sucks a little bit, but I understand now.
Yeah.
So shouts out to
Hey.
Bronny James.
If you can get some of that Nepo baby stuff, get it. I wish I had it.
All right, man. Love y'all motherfuckers. See y'all same time, same channel. Peace. We out.